Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. والحمد لله رب العالمين. We have been reading from the book, The Words and the Sign, the 9th section of the word. It is about the time of the prescribed prayers, 5 times daily, and the verses refer to the different times of prayer are quoted here from the chapter Rum, 30th chapter of the Quran, and the verses number is 17 and 18. So we said that these times specified in the Quran, especially mark the important revolutions in the manifestation of the Creator. So we are observing this revolution and responding back. That's what we emphasized on, that prayer is responding back and stating our own, if you like, emotional status before this manifestation. Yeah? Which kind of reaction we developed in us so that we would express this during the prayer. Prayer is this, expressing your emotional reaction, responding to the manifestation. So we said glorification and extolling of the all-powerful one of glory is expressed. Praise and thanks, also this feeling also is expressed, and the meaning of the prayer is praising and thanking the one who manifests himself, demonstrates himself for all, and we praise and thank him for all the immovable bounties accumulated between each of the times that we are experiencing, each of the times that we experience. So it must have an effect on us. If you like, we will be emotionally charged. Yeah, with a simple example, when you have something and really you like it, you feel the need to express your thankfulness, gratitude. So you say thank you to the one who gives you whatever makes you happy. So this is the meaning of the prescribed prayer. Meaning of the prescribed prayers. So he said we are going to analyze this further and point by point, several points, I don't know, in total. So today we are going to start from the first point. Yeah, we can read and direct this one. The first point.
Okay, the first point. The meaning of the prayers is the offering of glorification, praise, and thanks to Almighty God. That is to say, uttering, quote, glory be to God, by word and action before God's glory and sublimity. It is to hallow and worship him. declaring God is most great through word and act before his sheer perfection, it is to exalt and magnify him. And saying all praise be to God with the heart, tongue, and body, it is to offer thanks before his utter beauty. That is to say, glorification, exaltation, and praise are like the seeds of the prayers. That is why these three things are present in every part of the prayers, in all the actions and words. It is also why these blessed words are each repeated 33 times after the prayers, in order to strengthen and reiterate the prayer's meaning. The meaning of the prayers is confirmed through these concise summaries.
What is going on here? We notice that it is a mutual relationship. Something is happening and we are responding. That's why the sentence says the glorification, exaltation, and praise are the seeds of the prayers. Seeds of the prayers. The real meaning and the, if you like, effect of the prayers in our life will grow out of these seeds. Glorification, exaltation, and praise. So during the prayer, we reiterate all this on many different occasions. We understand that we have to do it as a human being with its whole being. It means if I feel that, if I felt that I am happy, I am excited, or it's my feeling, I have to express it by my tongue, by my physical body. Yeah, because I am all together. That's why the prayers, it is very common actually in all religious activities mostly, or rituals, express not only by tongue, also emotionally and bodily. If you are excited about it. So this is a kind of our response to what we have experienced until the time of prayer. But I found that I don't know whether we studied that, the hadith or not. It's we can quickly read the hadith, actually. Not only the relationship goes between me and my Creator, but also as I express my feelings, I should be aware that my Creator, my Lord, also responds back to me. How I should be aware of this? Not because I am going to hear a voice from the Creator saying that, oh yeah, you did a good job, I like you. No, we don't expect that. But my understanding of creation has a mutual relationship, the act of creation. Human beings are given certain qualities that these qualities, human qualities, in reality are concerned with what is going on in the universe. So I have to bring the Creator to myself, the one who creates me, the one who creates me with these human qualities, in fact, enables me to correspond or to respond back to what He has created outside of me. And it goes back to yourself. But I may find it difficult to express how it happens. But think about it. let's say something exciting for you is manifesting out there. You have seen a beautiful scenery out there. And when you look at it, when you see it, when you, I don't know, eat it, smell it, whatever, communicate with it, you get excited. How? How do you get excited? With the qualities given to you. Who gave you these qualities? Think about it. Who gave you these qualities?
The one who made me.
Yeah, the one who made you. Who is this one who made you? The one who is manifesting the beautiful scenery there. In fact, ultimately, if you realize, yes, our free will is there. We use it, but we use this free will not in order to create my emotions, etc., but to direct it this way or another way. It's already there. The ability is already there. So the one who created the whole universe is putting me in contact with how he creates out of me, alongside with how he creates me. So they correspond each other. We have to realize this innate relationship going on, nothing to do with me. Although it may be a little bit difficult, what do you mean nothing to do with me? I always direct it as if tuning the knob of the TV or channel, etc. That's my choice. But when it starts functioning, I do nothing. It means the broadcasting center is broadcasting, and the same broadcasting center is made by the one who made the TV machine. What I do, I change the channel only. Whether I will get in tune with what is broadcasted there, or I will just turn it off. When I turn it on and receive the broadcasting, what am I doing there? Just doing the right thing to get the broadcasting, to receive the broadcasting. And the TV machine and the broadcasting center are communicating. I'm just being aware of it, becoming aware of it. We usually think that when we perform certain prayers, we may think that we are doing something. We are performing some sort of actions, so that is the thing we are proud of it, or we are happy with it. Do we get nothing? Does it make sense? Something
Makes sense.
But in fact, we have to understand that that is the setting of the universe. My duty is very simple, to be in consistent position with the setting, not to spoil it. Not to spoil the setting, not to, for example, broadcasting is coming, TV, the machine, or TV or radio, whatever, the machine is able to receive the broadcasting, but I am not turning it on, I'm turning it off. If I turn it off, this is my responsibility, I am depriving myself, from receiving the message. If I turn it on, I am just letting myself experience what's going on. That's why we say believing God or worshiping God is not an external and extra activity for ourselves. It is just acting in accordance with what the reality in creation is, nothing extra. When we respond back, but if we perform our prayers not in the form of responding back, but doing some sort of religious activities, of course, it becomes a job that we are doing for ourselves. And then we expect something in return. I've done this. I have to pay it now. I have to be paid now.
Dr. Ali, I have a quick question. So the analogy that you were giving about the broadcasting, the TV, okay, forget about that part. So prayer is actually responding back to the feelings a person is feeling. Let's say you feel excited about something, and so you respond back. But in this whole process, you have to be aware that what's prompting you to get excited, as in, okay, you got some emotions, you have some qualities which are given to you. So I think I'm trying to understand the duty part. So my duty, you said, is to be consistent with the TV settings. So I'm thinking what the setting means for me. So it's really my awareness of that these qualities are given to me, and the act of creation is a demonstration from the Lord I'm trying to look for.
The Creator.
Okay.
Whoever creates it.
Okay.
Whoever created, whoever creates it.
So that's really the awareness. I need to be consistent with all that.
Mhm.
So this act of creation is being manifested by Him, and these qualities are given to me again by Him. So that's pretty.
Everything is set there. Everything is in order. There. It is my duty to be aware of it or to neglect it, to ignore it.
To ignore it, as in, what are you ignoring? As in, like, not
I'm saying-
realizing that, oh, these qualities are given to me, or not.
Or not taking notice of it, saying that this is, I like it, that's it.
But I feel
Not responding back,
okay.
not letting my, the qualities in me, human qualities, not letting my human qualities respond back to the manifestation out there. We either block it, that's called denial, rejecting the truth, or let it work as it is set already.
So I'm trying to understand the denial part really comes with when I don't feel that these qualities are given to me. That is
What
where.
are they? Don't you have these qualities?
Right, they're
Yeah,
given.
what? So, okay, where did they get? How do you explain their existence? It is not our subject, but we very frequently refer to it that we cannot attribute the qualities of the things to the things themselves.
Mhm.
It is illogical. For example, the quality of the table is coming from the table itself. It is obvious that it is illogical. So we had to attribute to something else. Find out. Can we attribute to something else? Can we do that? If it is logically consistent, go ahead. So it is set. What is set? The whole universe is set with everything in it. So it keeps its consistency within itself and works in a consistent way, perfect, meaningfully, in that human beings understand that it's meaningful. It's purposeful. We understand that. So we say there must be the one who gave existence to this order.
Can we take another example? So let's say I'm observing like a beautiful sunrise. Obviously, you get excited, and then you respond back because the emotion and everything is given to you. On the other hand, if you experience something that is not of your liking,
No, okay,
at the
that's
same
also-
time, you know that, okay, the sense is given to you,
Yeah, not to like it.
and then you don't feel like responding back.
No, not to like it. Why?
I'm sorry?
Not to like it. I don't like it.
Right.
But it's responding back. You've seen that something is damaging you or making you, I don't know, gloomy, not happy. Avoid it. The avoidance is a response. For example, let's say there's huge, something, we call it calamities happening, or, big disaster things happening. Earthquake is happening. What, do you want to be under the ceiling and then die when the ceiling falls on you? No, avoid. And avoiding is a response.
But maybe what Freya's saying is like you don't, like if you almost get crushed by a building, you wouldn't say like alhamdulillah, like you wouldn't start worshiping. I mean, maybe we would. I don't know.
No, but
It's not
this
as
is
quick
response.
as a response as seeing a beautiful sunrise.
So,
Seeing the
for
creator.
example,
Right.
life is a respondence, let's say protecting the life, and also running away or preventing yourself from dying is a respondence as well. Responding.
Are we thinking of different meanings of prayer?
I don't know, but the
Because I'm
prayer is
thinking of
this.
like a very typical prayer, like 5 times a day prayer.
Yeah, in this prayer, the heart of this prayer, let's put the.
Because he's saying the 5 specified times of daily
Yeah.
prayer, so I think he's really specifically talking about.
And that's what I feel.
Meaning of this prayer is responding.
I mean, he's helping us to get psyched. We have like the 5 daily prayers, but we have to feel that enjoyment, that to respond back.
Okay, if
And
you are
then-
aware of it, if
what's
you are
that?
aware of what you are doing, you get enjoyment.
Like,
You
but
feel the enjoyment if you are aware of what you are doing. But if you are praying because your father taught you, mother taught you, or because the Sheikh Imam taught you in the masjid that you have to do it, otherwise you will be burned, punished for it, then you wouldn't feel it. And this prayer is not really carrying the real meaning that it should have. That's why it becomes a kind of obedience. But obedience means, going to the job, going to your office, for example. Why do you go to the office? If you don't go to the office, you wouldn't get the payroll. So simple. But prayer shouldn't be like going to the office and in return you are going to be given something else. That's why in Islamic tradition, it is emphatically stated that the paradise is not the payment for your actions, but the grace of God. But hell is the payment. Because you turn the radio off, or the machine off, you are not really communicating, so you are depriving yourself your reality, saying that I am meaningless, I am a meaningless being. Meaningless being. Living in this world, why? I don't know.
Usually turning off TV is a good thing. I have a question. One issue that I always hear is that, if you respond this way, I personally don't believe it, and I see the contradiction, but one common misconception is that if you respond, you see something that you like and you respond and like, oh, this is from my creator, I appreciate it, I see the glory, and I want to praise God. It somehow detracts from you exploring it. And like, oh, I see this beautiful sunrise, but why are these colors like that? What makes these colors? I have to explore it. I have to see what is it in the physical world that creates this or paints this painting. How is this coming to be? And a lot of the argument I hear is that if you just concentrate on the worshiping part and praying and like, oh, I saw this beautiful, I don't understand it, but I think it's beautiful, I'm just going to pray, it takes away from that time and ability to actually explore it and say, why does it look like that? And what makes it so? And I see the contradiction. I don't see why it's either or. I think you can do both. But a lot of people dwell on, oh, I don't understand it, I'm just going to pray, without trying to understand why is it that way.
That's their choice. Think about yourself. Can you do that? So, always it is misleading and makes the subject ambiguous if you start talking about other people, on behalf of other people. And some people do that, I don't know. Whatever they do, they must have something. None of my business. My business is my responsibility. So I have to explore it because I have the feeling to explore it. I wonder why the things are happening as they happen. Why the things are occurring as they occur. It means if I don't use my human capacity, it means I am turning off some channels of the TV machine so that they don't get the message. It means it is there, but I am not using my abilities. It's my responsibility, and I will suffer for it because I won't develop. In this case, I won't develop my human, if you like, tools given to me in the form of trust. And if I don't use the tools, I don't develop them. They don't grow, improve their capacity, but they should grow there in appreciation of what is going on out there. It means in appreciation of my creator, the creator of these potentialities, how he provides the means for me to improve my potentialities. So learning, when you go to school, if you don't listen to the professor, you learn nothing. Who loses, you or the professor? You lose. It is free. Everybody is free. But we should, all of us actually, not only you, stop this comparison between other people. Whatever the other people do, none of my business. I don't know their status, their conditions, their issues. I have no idea. But I have to take the idea on me and try to apply it to myself. What am I expected to do? I have to investigate as much as possible. The more I use my tools, the better, the higher or larger capacity they get, so that I will become more and more acquainted with the creator of me, who created me. So I will know he is the one who created me and endowed me with these qualities. So he's a great creator. So get to know him better. Get to know your creator, not somebody else's creator, somebody else's understanding, your creator. Are you owned by whom? Are you the product of what? That's the most essential question. The simpler put it, people say, where did we come from? Not only we as a material biological being, but as human beings with our human qualities. Where did I come from? What are they good for? And I am conscious of their existence, plus I have the free will to employ them, to use them, to improve them, or just kill them, not to use them. And they go dead. That is my responsibility. It's not a burden. The more I learn, the more excited I become, and more I feel that the more developed human being I am, and more secure in my existence. It is a great, great benefit. Most of the people suffer from this lack of existence. That's why they have problems, personal problems, personal problems, psychological problems, because of the lack of security in their being. They don't know why they are doing here, because they don't investigate. Or if they want to investigate, they run away. They don't want to see the reality. But this is everybody has these disturbances to a certain extent. Some of them may have 1%, the other one may have 90%. But this insecurity in existence is increasing as parallel to materialist understanding, not thinking of the source of your existence. It means understanding grows and becomes more and more prevalent in the world. The number of the people who are having psychological problems correspondingly or proportionately increase. Look at it. In the, for example, very primitive family, not family, sorry, but life, very primitive. They don't really lose themselves in the world, but they are happy with what is created for them. They attribute it to a superpower, but they don't know the name, doesn't matter the name. And they say, whatever is giving us this, and we are benefiting from it, we are happy with this, whatever the name they put it. We don't have to name it. And it is a very common saying that in every village there is one mentally disturbed person. Now, half of it. Why? Because they are deliberately neglecting. They are deliberately neglecting their reality. Now, neglecting their reality and trying to shut down or really hammer down their feelings, which wonder, which need to be satisfied. The questions are there to be answered, and they don't look for the questions to be answered. Good. Here? How are you?
Thank you so much.
That's a special place for you. Yeah. The more we neglect our reality, the more we run away from our reality, the more we put ourselves in trouble, because we are going against our nature. If someone, let's say, goes to an opera or a theater or somewhere that he enjoys, okay, he likes, and he listens, at the end, stands up and applauds. What's that? Normal? If you enjoy it, yeah?
Yeah, you're responding to the show.
Okay. Or if something horrible happens, you shout and say, yeah, yeah. Again, responding. Perfect response. So what you are doing, you are letting what is in you come out. So do you say that, look, you performed this, I enjoyed it, and I stood up and applauded, so pay for me? Do you say that? It's obvious, isn't it? You don't say it. It is my expression. The more you appreciate the art performed there, the more you become aware of the quality of the art performed there. But if you just sit there and do nothing, don't listen, you don't really develop yourself. It means whatever is given to you, you're not using them. So if you don't use them, what they become at the end? Pointless. And you die away with no improvement in your humanity. that is automatic, but with one condition, that I have to keep the connection, the power on, not off. Let it work.
The power on as in within myself, I have to be open. That's what you mean, right? I have to be
Or, yeah,
open
you
to
have to-
receiving.
Yeah, I have to be open means you have to use your free will to go open. Very easy. Go with the flow of your instinct. Don't contradict it. You will find that the flow of your instinct is the one that the instinct giver wants you to do. Nothing extra, not external, not alien. It is you, and it is the one who created you with this. Go with it. It means do not contradict the way you are made. With the acknowledgement of your creator, your maker. So I am made. You cannot, no one really can attribute his human qualities to anything. I don't believe that people are sincere when they defend that we develop by ourselves. Because there's no source of it. Can anything develop out of something which has nothing to do with it? No quality whatsoever. That's my typical example. Can you find a perfect car coming out of, I don't know, junkyard? Well, not junkyard, even in the junkyard you may find some useful parts. No, I don't know, out of earth, out of stone, out of water itself, because there is no other quality. As we look at the source within the universe. So the whole order of the universe is the evidence for it. That's a deliberate choice.
Okay, so I'm still trying to understand the part where you said if you don't like the performance of the artist, then, like Asma said, you said boo.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Say
you're
who?
expressing that's an expression, right? So you're
Yes.
expressing, responding back to the creator. So that's okay
So
to
I don't want
respond back that.
Don't create it for me. That's my feeling. We always say that, look, disliking is as sacred as liking something. Because I am created with the ability to like what is beneficial for me, enjoyable for me. Again, in the same way, I am created with the ability to dislike what is harmful for me. Both of them are using myself as I am made. We have to think, we think that we have to always appreciate positive things. We have to appreciate the negative things that we run away from. This is also given. It is a blessing too. Running away or keeping away yourself from the harmful elements in the creation.
So I'm trying to point out how do I do the acknowledgement in terms of something that is something that I dislike.
Mhm.
So how do I acknowledge? I know, yeah, this is presented to me from the creator, and my feeling is also presented to me from him. So I'm trying to get that inclination, the striking element that would prompt me to acknowledge the Lord in this situation. I understand when it's something of your liking, you get super excited and everything, and things make sense. Even in this, if something is not of your liking, you try to reason. You're like, okay, this is given to me. He's demonstrating me something. The educator God is teaching me, but yeah, why? I guess why me? You know?
Why you? Yeah.
And so,
What do you mean? Why me? Because you are made. That's what you are.
mhm.
So if somebody is looking through the window, somebody is looking through the door. Not like this guy over there is looking through the door to you shall go. So you can through that. So he's looking through the window. That's his business now. He has to deal with it. I'm looking through the window. I have to deal with it. Now, what do we mean by why me?
Sorry, maybe let me take my words back. Just cross it out. Why me? So how do I acknowledge him? How do I get excited in this? I'm like in the state of this. Who's that?
It is in you.
No, I'm not liking the situation, and
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
I'm made, and this is presented to me, and then I don't feel inclined to. I
To
guess
what?
I
To
know
what?
I'm responding
Inclined to what?
back in my awareness, realization, but like the author is trying to introduce us like a schedule of the 5 daily prayers where there are 5 times of the day. So, for example, let's say by sunset, things are getting gloomy. That's how
Gloomy.
life is. So between
night.
Fajr and noon, everything went good. He sort of responded back, all good. And then there's also like, the sun is at its high, and then it's like
At
like
night, why do you feel? What do you feel at night? Everything is dark,
Right.
gloomy, and not very pleasant. Yeah.
But then you did not like something that happened, so you don't feel inclined to responding back with your tongue and your the body.
They said liking and disliking are equal.
Right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunrise is okay. Sunset is okay too.
Mm-hmm.
Life is okay. Death is okay too. Daylight is okay. Night, darkness is okay too. What you do, I don't want darkness. Express it. I don't want darkness. I don't want to be in darkness.
But I'm trying to say in your daily routine, you have tasks that you are accomplishing, you're performing actions. I feel like these are breaks, right? So for example, you're at work, doing something, it's noontime, okay,
No,
everything is good. You finish your
excuse me,
projects
that is
and
very
everything.
traditional way of the break.
Okay.
So don't go there, because not necessarily somebody may be not having any break at all, not working at all, sitting here and watching the world from the window, through the window. There's no break. So that is a practical explanation of we need, because we get lost, we don't use our human qualities in the proper sense, we get lost, and people say, you are already lost, at least have 5 minutes to think about what your reality is. That is practical. We are talking about the nature, the heart of prayer. What prayer should mean to me. Well, not a practical thing that they keep talking about in the masjid. So
at every moment is a prayer. For example, I can be eating this cookie and enjoying it, or even right now. So that's my prayer. I'm responding back, yeah, thank you for giving me existence, and I'm here right now. That's I understand. So, and then later on I go by, doing my thing. I'm biking. That's still a prayer, that I'm able to bike. But I'm trying to understand.
Consciousness is required there.
Okay.
You are trying.
So what the author is helping us to push. I don't know, like getting us excited about these 5 daily prayers that we are.
Now, for example, if somebody is really in trouble, let's say he's ill, very serious illness. So, what is he expected to do, he or she? Respond back. Please, I don't want this. Take it away. I cannot. So, who can take? Only you, the one who created. Because you gave me the sense not like it. That is a responding. That is worship. It's pure worship.
That's good. So we don't need these 5 daily prayers. I mean, I'm praying right now. I know I'm in existence.
No, but we discussed this, last week we said, since we may be aware of God, why do we need to pray this kind of questions? It means we have to express it at the climax of the realization that we receive, and then put it into our tongue, our emotional expression, and our bodily expression.
What kind of meaning that carries, this whole thing? It's like doing, I'm sorry, like yoga or something, going down and
when you like the demonstration or the performance of the artist, why do you stand up and applaud it? Applaud.
It's a way of expression. I can be whistling too.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But that
The best way of responding back is presented to us through the best responder.
you're also being a part of it. But when you stand up and applaud and whatnot, so you're showing like, I'm a part of this. I'm enjoying this.
And you feel it, but then right now I'm like, okay, the whole prayer part, you gotta feel it too, right? To
Yes.
respond back with your body and the tongue and, like,
With
Whoa, getting all
the
excited.
postures, you're a part of it. You're enjoying this. This is the part of what you're doing.
But you are a part of it. Yeah, it must be a part of you. But how are you going to do it the best way? You learned applauding, standing up, applauding from the culture. So how about applauding the manifestations you have experienced according to the best person who responds it? That's why we follow the prophets. Example. Try to see that this is the best appropriate behavior towards the manifestation of God's creation. This is how I respond back, because he is the best man who responded. Rather than learning it from the culture, from the civilization, learning it from the one who teaches you this essential.
even the prophet then divided, like he had a schedule, I would say, 5 times, okay, noon time, I gotta do this, okay, other
that's
time.
what we learn.
So we were, okay, so
That's
we're
what
learning as well to break down our routine and then.
Yeah. But doesn't matter, break down our routine. No, that is another method, practical. Not to break down our routine. Go to the office and work
That's
there.
how we live.
And so that is practical. We are trying to understand the gist, the heart of praying,
Mhm.
performing the prayer. What it means for me is the question. What I am doing when I pray. Breakdown is already somebody is expected to be a Muslim, ready to obey what the religious duties are, and you need it because you are lost in the worldly affairs. Now have a break. That's very practical. Why we do it in a certain time. But yes, of course, it has practical significance. But now at this stage, we are learning what we are doing while we are praying. What does it mean really? So we say responding back. I am listening to the performance of an art, for example, or let's say we are an exhibition hall, we love the pictures, or not pictures maybe, but let's say paintings, whatever, the art, okay? And we walk there, wow, oh, wow. And then as we are going out, what we say? Thank you to the artist. We appreciate the artist. Maybe ask him if he's going to have another exhibition for somewhere else, then I would like to go, etc. Whatever you feel it, you exchange it. That is the heart of the prayer. It's practical because we get
lost in the word and get out of it. Why do I get out of it? So there's
Get out of my worldly engagements. Why do I get? We are trying to understand this part of prayer.
like, why do I pray? What should
Yes.
be the cause of my praying?
Yeah. What does it mean for me?
Okay, so when you understand that, then the rest should follow, I would say.
Well, from my personal shortcomings, I know that in my daily life, I don't keep this awareness always alive. So I understand that really I need this reminder, but in order to feel that I need this reminder, I have to have understood what it means, that what I'm reminding, what I need to remember. I have to understand, why do I need to remember this? What am I expected to remember?
Remember what?
During the prayer, because practically people say, as you said, practically, when you get lost in your worldly life, you need a break. Yeah, that's correct, but it doesn't explain why I should pray. What praying means for me. Which kind of feelings I should have while I'm praying. It doesn't explain. If you have the reason, then practically, yes, we need reminders at certain times of the day. But this is the result of the believers. Those people who believe that they have to follow religious rules, and they say, yeah, I have to pray, but sometimes I forget about it, or it is good that somebody prays, somebody calls to the prayer by calling azan. Oh, it is good to remind them. Why? We are talking about why. So mixing up with two different matters, which we keep hearing from the community, and what we are trying to learn here, they are not relevant.
And last, I'm sorry, that was.
Okay.
I just wanted to follow up on what we covered last time as well, where we said that the prophet, I mean, we didn't know like his awareness, but usually when he saw the act of creation during the specific time of the prayer, so he felt excited to respond back. And for us, most of us living like in a city like New York, you're indoors, you're at work. So I feel like the atmosphere does play a role as well. Imagine you're like.
It doesn't mean it doesn't.
No, but you don't have windows or something.
No, excuse me.
It
doesn't. The atmosphere affects you if you know something. If you are aware of something. If you are not aware of something, atmosphere affects you according to your awareness of whatever. For example, some people take care of this world only and say that until I die, I will enjoy my life. That's it. That's their understanding. But we have to understand why I should need to be reminded, why I should need to have a break. So in the, as we say, in the conventional understanding of religion, we are used to speaking to Muslims, to people who are ready, whatever is taught to them in the name of religion. Okay, if it is Sunnah, I will do it. If it is Wajib, I will do it. That is the last thing to talk about. Why a person is expected to do it, if it is Sunnah, he will do it. Why would we do it? Because he is a Muslim. That's the problem. You are mixing up. That's the problem. Because he is a Muslim. If you, I have to say, do I have to do it really? What does it mean for me? We are studying this aspect, which is neglected.
Right, but like right now, I was thinking in terms of, let's say, if there was no prophet, like I didn't know about the 5 daily. Okay.
There is a prophet.
Okay. If I didn't know about the 5 daily prayers.
No, you know that it is.
Let's say I didn't know.
You cannot play the role of something untrue.
I'm trying to be, try to have like a fresh mind, like I'm coming here and then, okay, I'm reflecting on my existence, and obviously, I don't know any of these things yet. So with that,
instead of learning your lifestyle from already existing civilization, we have to question, where should I learn my lifestyle from? According to the purpose of my existence here. So you have to be aware of your own existence. We have to be aware of the meaning of my own existence in this world. So if I'm not aware of my own existence, just follow the religious tradition of the society, I don't know what it means. It means nothing. But if you were born in, let's say, Himalaya mountains, you would be a Buddhist. I don't know why. It is meaningless. And because you are born in the Muslim community, you are a Muslim, meaningless. What does it mean? Meaningless. That's why we have to understand, do I really have to think about my own existence, what I am? Do I really think of my relationship with what is going on in the world? How this setting happened? I have to question, start from there and decide that, look, I have to be in correspondence with the creator of the world. Because I have been given the ability, it's there, I have to let it work, let it really practice themselves. I shouldn't block them, that's it. If you are excited, you are excited. If you are frightened, you are frightened. And make sense of it because you are conscious of these senses. The existence of these senses, you can understand the purpose in their existence. We can. Although seems to be, I don't know, this argument that we are having now is very essential to us because we have to get rid of this taken for granted Islamic status or Muslim or believer status, taken for granted.
So here's my question to you then. You always emphasize that obviously we need to leave our previous baggages. I personally feel bad being born in a Muslim family, but
Why?
Me too.
and
Why should you? Why should you be?
but that's okay. I'm over it now.
Mhm.
So I mean, like all of us, we're here trying to find out solution. How can we go on about being comfortable in our existence? So what's the first step? Like let's say, I mean, the first step is to have like a fresh mind, like you're a newborn. So what do I do now? I'm trying to make sense of my existence, and yeah, where do I go from there? Can you help us out?
Yeah, that's what we are talking about. Yeah, that's correct. Don't you get excited in the positive or negative sense? What is going on around you? And don't you realize that, this excitement, the tools of this excitement are already in you? Where did I get them? Start from there. Nothing to do with you are born into a Muslim society or an atheist family. Start from there. Question it. And not every day you will start from scratch, but it enhances. It goes faster and faster and faster. First, it may take 1 year, and then 1 month to remember. And then in a week, in a day, in a moment, then you say, yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. It becomes immediate or instantaneous that, yes, I'm sure that what I'm here. And then live accordingly. Of course, it goes along with, again, what is the purpose of my existence and how can I know it? My creator must guide me. Otherwise, the universe is meaningless. There is a
Thank you.
Yeah, my creator is guiding, must guide me, and I found this guidance. This guidance seems to be consistent with what I am experiencing in the world, right? Let me listen to it. If there is a contradiction, there's a contradiction. I cannot pretend as if there is no. So question it, investigate it, and learn it. That's what we are here for, learning. Well, it doesn't mean that somebody will be born or the people are born as learned everything. No one is born as, we say that, a believer or non-believer. Develops, of course, there will be influence from outside, but what we are doing here, now you are adult people, you know how to reason, you know how to use your human qualities, use it. Don't imitate, use it. Let them work. They operate. Inshallah. That's your turn.
I remember. So it's building on her concern. That level of depth and responding to God in prayers, I feel a conflict in me to enjoy that when I am in a state of mind that I have to pray 5 times a day. You just said that I should think out of the box that I'm a Muslim and just be a believer. But I would be thinking I should do it before the Maghrib time ends, or it's something always on my mind. And I feel I enjoy the elected prayers more. Like if I feel like, oh, this day is nice, let me pray duha. because I don't have to. I think I enjoy it more than because I have to pray Dhuhr. And I don't feel that it's enjoying a fard prayer. It feels like it takes more effort for me. And I'm speaking for myself. I don't know for other people.
So it means you and I, the people, have to gain insight into what we are doing. So imitation looks comfortable because we are Muslims. We are asked to pray 5 times a day. You have to do it. So do it. Looks more comfortable, but empty inside. So here we are not denying that we shouldn't pray. We are trying to fill in these activities with a meaningful understanding, meaningful awareness, which makes me feel more and more confident in what I'm doing, if I'm doing it.
It's a process, right?
Of course,
it can take a lifetime.
Lifetime process. But if you never start it, you will never learn it. So, since we are under a very heavy influence of imitation, imitating the religion, culture, so we have to say, okay, don't deny it, but let's stop that one. That's it. We had enough of it. Stop that. So everybody knows that when Ramadan comes, you have to fast. You don't have to be taught about it at all. You are grown into it. Now, what does fasting mean? What am I doing when I do that? How can I make really meaningful for myself? Now we are doing what we are reading here is providing some sort of information that helps me understand what I am doing while I'm praying. What does it mean? Which kind of perspective it should bring into my life? So it doesn't happen only once. You learn that you have to pray 5 times a day only once, and that's enough. You don't have to learn again and again and again and again. 5 times or 5 times, okay? Dhuhr, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. That's it, learn that, that's it. It doesn't increase anything in your humanity. But the meaning that you really fill in these actions as endless degrees of realization. That's why we have to start. In order to start, we have to feel the need for it. If you don't feel the need, well, I'm a Muslim, I know that 5 times a day we have to pray, this time, this time, this time. I know what to do while I'm praying, and I'm done. And I do it, I'm done. It means cheating myself. It doesn't mean that I should stop. No, gain the meaning now what I'm doing. Let's say your parents took you to the masjid every day, or to the church every Sunday, or to the opera place every week, once a week. Same, the same. You learn this, you learn that, you learn that. Now, you question what I am doing. If it makes sense, continue. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Look for the true one. Or what makes sense for you in your life. Don't waste your life by imitating the way that you are brought up in your childhood. I think this is what we are doing here. Let's make sense of it. Let's try to understand what we are doing. It doesn't mean that definitely what we are doing is right. So let's understand. No, while we are trying to understand it, we will question whether it is really true what we are doing. Is it really human? Is it really appropriate thing to do? For example, although it is not our subject today, but it boils down to or comes to this end. Does it really make sense to follow a prophet, a person who says, I am appointed by God to teach you how to live in this world and how to understand what the meaning of your existence is? I am employed to teach you this. Does it make sense? So we have to question. Because it goes, practically it goes to this end always. Two things are essential, although we may not be aware of it. We may think that belief in God is essential, yeah, but it's easy. But the most essential pillar of belief is believing in angels. It means how we see the existence. What does it mean? To me, which kind of message I get from the existence, how I communicate with the existence, how possible, how I make sense of the existence of something here. That aspect looks to belief in angels, which is totally neglected in any belief communities, any followers of the tradition of belief communities, mostly. Some people, fortunately, unfortunately, but they are human beings, they are called atheists, question this matter.
So angels is also.
No, it's not our subject.
Sorry.
It's not our subject.
Okay.
Now, what I am trying to do that if it is not our subject, why did you bring it then into the discussion here? Because we are wrongly oriented in matters related to religion. The culture is totally, to me, irrelevant to the reality of what religion is, what belief system is.
Which culture?
Totally. But the Muslim culture, as far as the Muslim world is concerned, Christian culture, as far as the Christianity is concerned, Christian community is concerned, irrelevant. What you see here in the form of Christianity, which is the dominant culture, has nothing to do with Jesus' teaching. And you cannot make sense of the existence of Jesus in their life. That's why they deify him. And he's a God, incarnate God, child of God, whatever. Deify him, because they don't know what really this person represents. They don't know. So the second most important matter, the first most important matter is believe in angels. The second most important matter is believe in the extension of believing in angels brings us to messengership. Believe in messengership. The rest follows. Afterwards, your belief in God, your belief in the hereafter, your belief follows it. Because if once you have established your worldview firmly, squarely, and then within this understanding of the worldview, the messenger also needs to exist. Without the messenger, which really expresses the meaning and purpose of my existence in this world in a way that as a human being I understand from the language, from the expression. So God speaks to me, must speak through a messenger. So it means in a verbal expression that I can understand. Then you find that you are within a very meaningful, every single of the thing has a meaning in their existence as far as you are concerned, then you have to face with the reality of death. Everything is dying, I am dying. Since everything is so perfect and meaningful, the end seems to be absolutely absurd. What? How can it be? Then it is easy to solve it, to see that everything is really referring to the eternal source, absolute source. So I have to connect myself to the absolute source. It means my existence is not coming to an end when I die. And what's happening? You can easily go ahead now. You can easily believe in God. You can easily believe in the hereafter. You can easily believe that this universe is under the control of somebody who is doing what you say, conscious being. So I belong to him. It's very easy. If only two fundamental belief principles or pillars must be clarified in our mind, unfortunately, these two fundamental principles of belief have been both neglected. Not many people speak about. If they speak about the prophet, they speak about what? Either the life story of Jesus or life story of Muhammad. Nothing to do with messengership. Do we really need the messenger? Why? Meaningless. If we don't really establish these two main principles, main pillars, the rest will be just a logical conviction only, saying that, yeah, this universe must have a creator, yeah, that's correct. And then religions say that God exists, that must be correct. Then the religion must be correct, follow the religion. So immediately you jump from the logical conclusion of God must exist into imitating religious rules. Jump. But it is a long process. We have to take the matter seriously. We have to study. We have to concentrate on it. If you don't study, it is not what we are learning in the form of religion is the lists of the things to do, not the essence of them. Anyone else? So I'm going to read an hadith, which helps us understand what we said in the beginning, at the beginning of the. Anything somebody saying? Yeah. Okay. Okay. At the beginning we said, actually, when we respond to the creation is there, and I feel that I am responding to the creation. No. Those people who came at the beginning of today's class, and by the way, no one missed the beginning of the class. So everything comes from there. So if you can, of course.
Responding.
So the responding also is provided by the same one who is performing out there. So what's going on? The observer and the observed are the same. Yep. Yeah.
Say that again.
The observed and the observer, the qualities, not your free will, are the same. Do you get it? So let's establish this relationship. What we do is nothing but either focus the tuning in the right way, or or turn it off. When we responded and say that my creator is responding what he has responded, what he has manifested out there, what I am doing, I am just responsible for adjusting the tuning or adjusting the focus of the camera. I can do it. I may not do it. The example we gave, the broadcasting and the machine. Broadcasting and the machine are made by the same one, same source. So, but I am giving the freedom to turn it off or on, let's say. Simple. So if I turn it off, I deprive myself on. If I turn it on, it already automatically communicates. So the result of this is very beautiful. You know why? Because it is the source of consciousness, awareness that when we respond back, or when we prefer, when we will to respond back to the manifestation, in reality, the creator is responding in me now. What is in me? It means the broadcaster is demonstrating what it is broadcasting on the screen of my machine. Do you get it? No? You are the man who's expected to understand this best. So you are interested in this kind of things. It is, look, the machine receives what? The broadcasting. Yeah? So when I tune to the broadcasting properly, this is through my free will, what I see in my screen of humanity, what is manifesting itself there in my humanity? What does it mean? Of course, manifesting, never said about becoming a God, manifesting his qualities, his broadcasting, his manifestations. Yeah, it's in me. Now, what I am experiencing now, what my creator is showing me, I become conscious of it only. Now, the response is from him, not from me. It's different? Yeah, different? So, enjoy, if you like, the broadcasting of your creator himself in you. So this is your creator. This is your creator teaching you who he is. Yeah? So the hadith is, this hadith I'm going to quote is from Ibn Majah. So Sunan Ibn Majah, but it has been narrated in other hadiths, and as far as I remember, in Muwatta also it is narrated there. So if anybody wants to check the hadith, origin of the hadith is, I don't know, Ibn Majah hadith number 30,804. So the Ibn Majah's translation, volume 5, book 33, hadith number is 3784. Now let's read the English. Very slowly, would you? Very slowly emphasize on the point that you attracts your attention. You like it. Okay.
It was narrated that Abu Huraira said,
Slowly. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard the messenger of Allah say,
Yeah.
Allah said,
Now concentrate. Now the messenger is narrating, Abu Huraira heard, and Abu Huraira is narrating what he has heard from the messenger of God. Okay.
I have divided the prayer between myself and my worshiper into two halves.
No, in the prayer, now we are talking about the prescribed prayers, okay? The prayer is divided into two parts. Half is for the abd, the other half is for the ma'bud. It means that these two halves will come together and make the whole, right? But patient, towards the end, the relationship will change. And this will be the answer to many questions that we have been arguing, or not arguing, we're discussing. Okay, now divided into two. Half is the creator, ma'bud in Arabic. The other half is for the worshipper, the arbiter, the one who worships. Okay, I understood. If I understood, everybody understands. Yeah.
And my worshiper shall have what he has asked for.
No, whatever I ask, I will have it. Guaranteed. Hadith narration says, now that is the news now. Whatever I ask, I will have it, because this other half. This other half. Like that. The light is there, the sunlight. Here is the mirror in my hand. Now, if I turn my mirror to the light, I will get the reflection of the light in me. Yeah, sure. It's a response. If you like, automatic response.
I'm turning the mirror, you said, right? I have to adjust it.
Yeah. That's a free will. I'm not creating the mirror. I'm not creating the power to reflect, power of the mirror to reflect, quality of the mirror to reflect. I'm not creating the sunlight. I'm not creating, again, the sunbeams comes to me. Nothing. Just only using my free will, turn it towards the sun in order to reflect the light to me or not. I'm not the creator of anything. I'm just adjusting myself. I'm free.
How do I know I'm using my free will the right way?
No right way, wrong way. You have to check yourself, and you are free to use it. Not the right and wrong way. I don't know, because we are not talking about this is the right way, this is the wrong way. We are talking about if you get the light reflected to you, yeah, it means what is the nature of this light that you are receiving. So are you qualified to say that I am creating or really responsible for the light because you received the light? No.
But I sort of tilted the mirror in a way for me to receive the light.
Yeah, if you do it, you receive it.
And I know I don't want to get lost in the analogy, but let's say I did not tilt it in a way where I'm receiving it.
You get no light. That you are free.
So how do I train myself to tilt it in the right
No,
way?
this is not the subject of the discussion today. How do I connect it? It's very simple, very simple. Listen to yourself, adjust yourself in order to get the light. Because you need the light, you are created with the need of the light. If you don't adjust it, if you don't get it, you will remain in darkness, then your humanity will rebel. So be consistent within yourself. Comfortable, does it make a perfect sense for you, which satisfies you? That's what you have to look. There is no other criteria. So you have to look for the satisfaction. Some people will say, no, we have the criteria. The prophets brought the message. But in order to be sure that this message is really from your creator, you have to be satisfied. That it's saying what it's saying makes sense for you and satisfactory for you. So still you have to look ultimately at yourself. But when the messengers or the message you receive from God gives you some sort of guidance, you have to look for it, and whether it makes sense or not, and then you have to act accordingly. But it doesn't make sense to me, but it is the word of God. What? So I have to follow it. Look at this language. I'm not satisfied with it. Yeah? but it is the word of God, and I have to believe in it. You are not satisfied with it, but you have to believe it. Do you see the contradiction? Obvious contradiction. So what we have to do, we have to use ourselves. There's no other way. But I have to. How can I make sure? No one can make sure. Be consistent within yourself. Be sincere within yourself. That's your problem. You can cheat yourself. Welcome. That's your choice. But as a result of cheating, you will lose. That's your choice. None of my business. But I want to be, and you want to be, consistent within yourself. And let's look for consistency within ourselves, not to cheat ourselves. So what am I doing? For example, if I am doing something wrong, I will be disturbed. But human side will be disturbed. And it is a sign from the way the order of this universe has been established that I'm doing something wrong. Because it's hurting me. It doesn't give me comfort in my humanity. Yep. So now this is the free will side. Okay, it is legitimate. All right, it is a legitimate question, but it is another subject that we have to deal with. Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Here is another one. Take it. Offer it. Offer this gentleman. Yeah. But what we are doing now, when I receive the light, I must make sure that I have adjusted, I used my free will to adjust. Okay, take it. So simple. Give it this, serve people, Mike. Yeah, this, give the chair to this gentleman. Very simple. Yeah, now you can, you see? Very simple. All four people make, how do you say, respect people's needs, inshallah. So it will be our pleasure to serve people. Do you take pleasure to serve others? Yeah. That's what he's doing is correct. He is being consistent with himself.
You told me once, serve others because it builds character. I remember that.
Okay.
Years ago.
Correct. Okay. Now, when the light comes to me, then the hadith says, narration, the prophetic tradition says, he will get it. He will get it. Not he may get it. He will get it. When you turn on the light, the mirror, your mirror, or when you really tune your computer, your, let's say, TV machine to the right channel, the broadcasting will automatically appear on the screen. You will just entertain it, enjoy it. If you see something meaningless, mixed up, meaning, or no noise, nothing showing, it means not the broadcasting is wrong. Your adjustment is wrong. Check your free will. You are running away. You don't want to face the reality. You want to make everything consistent because you don't want to watch TV. You don't want to enjoy it. You love making a trouble for yourself. Sometimes some people, there is a disease, psychological disease. They love to torture themselves. Masochism? Say it again.
Masochism?
Sorry?
Masochism?
Masochism. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce that? That was masochism. I don't know.
I
Masochism.
pronounce a lot of things wrong.
No. Doesn't matter. What we understood here, that's another extreme usage of human capacity. I am in pain. I am always ill. I am problematic. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel really relaxed in my being. Complain like a child. Even Adam doesn't do that. I say, mashallah. Yeah. So, okay. This is our problem. Again, If you are not comfortable, it means adjustment is not done properly and need to be corrected. Needs to be corrected. It's something to do with my free will. The universe is consistent. Whoever made this universe has its consistency within itself. Yeah. There is no conflict in the universe. Look at that. Look at the sky. Look at the galaxies. Is there any confusion, inconsistency? So be aware that the one who established this universe did nothing wrong. So your screen doesn't show it. It means your free will is not ready to submit to the system perfectly. So your mirror is not really facing the sun, but tilted. So you say, I have no light. Yes, you don't have light. That's correct. Oh, but why? You don't have it. Okay, let's see. You will get it. Read this sentence again. You will get it. No.
So read it again or read the next one?
Yeah.
This one?
The last sentence. Read the last sentence from the beginning.
I have divided the prayer
Yeah.
between myself and my worshiper into two halves.
Yeah.
And my worshiper shall have what he has asked for.
And my worshiper shall have what he has asked for. Definitely your screen will show it if you adjust it, show exactly what it is broadcasted. Because the one who is broadcasting, the thing which is observing, are done by the same manufacturer. There could be no contradiction. Why? Because the universe shows us there is no contradiction.
In the case of that person you were saying that keeps complaining, so they're putting themselves in a place where I guess
Tilted.
right, I guess the light is coming, but I mean you said that they are torturing themselves in a way. So they're not doing the effort, or
They are running away because they have not grown up like a child. The baby, when he needs something, what does he do? Ali, what does he do? Cry. Yeah. So he's innocent. His crying means really asking for attention. And I need something, come and do it, man. You are employed for it. So it is it's not a cry. It is a way of speech, but it expresses it needs. So it needs something. So if something goes in us, we also cry. But his crying as a baby is innocent. My crying as an adult is running away from my responsibility. That's the difference. I know what I am doing. He is just automatically acting, but I am using my free will, to be the point of something, reference, and I mean, ultimately, but this needs to be worked on. Ultimately, all the problems comes from not being ready to submit yourself to your maker. Submit yourself to your maker. Although it seems to be difficult to believe in divine determining, so we discussed a lot about it, still, we are still, to me, under the influence of the conventional way of understanding belief in the divine determining. We couldn't get rid of it. We couldn't break the really boundaries or shell. It's a very strong shell. Divine determining means really just everything is done by God. You are bound to follow it. You cannot do anything else. So forget about it. But you have free will. We have to use it. So when we use our free will in the appropriate way, you will understand that what I'm doing is according to the plan in my existence. In my existence. We will study that human beings consist of the summary of the whole universe. So your TV is made to receive all sorts of broadcastings, capable of it, because all the broadcastings are done by one center, and this center is the one who produced this TV. So the creator of the universe manifests all sorts of qualities, and this human TV machine receives all of them, because the machine is also made by the same mind. You can easily and comfortably conclude that whoever made the universe is my maker. We cannot say that the universe is made by somebody else and I'm made by somebody else. It doesn't make sense. It's impossible. So whatever the qualities of the maker of the universe are, the same qualities are manifesting in my existence as well, because he is my creator with the same qualities. It's so simple. So simple. So the relationship between the universe and human being is so corresponding each other, but consistent, but harmonious, or something else. Then another word, compatible, because they are the product of same source. So simple. How can you, is there anybody in the world that says, universe is made by something, X, but I'm made by Y? Have you ever seen this crazy man in the world? Yeah. Even there are atheists, they say universe is the accident, the result of accident. I am the result of accident as well, the same source. The same source. You cannot attribute your existence to anything else than what you attribute to the universe to. Okay, let's go on, because all the time is getting there.
When the worshipper says,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, Ya Rabbil Alameen,
Yeah.
all praise are due to Allah, the Lord of all that exists.
Now, you know, the gist of the prayer is these phrases, yeah? When I say, or you say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, all praise is due to the Lord of the worlds. Look, praise is from me, appreciation of the manifestation of the qualities of the Lord of the universe is out there. They are communicating. They are communicating, yeah? Say now, read the Bible. Be careful, hadith is, as I always say, I will keep saying that. To understand the hadith is extremely difficult. So pay attention when you are reading an hadith. Don't take it literally. Try to understand what the messenger is trying to convey to me here. So look, I said Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and
Allah says, my worshipper has praised me, and my worshipper shall have what he has asked for.
and the creator of the universe says, look, you have appreciated me, praised me, and you will have
all that my worshipper shall have all that he has asked for.
Shall have all that she has
Asked for.
He has or she has asked for. It means the mutual correspondence is established. What we usually say that I am praying and God will respond. God will pay, reward. No. I am doing something as a response to what is going on in the world, and I am responding. But the hadith says, in your responding, in reality, your creator is responding back. Why? Because what is seen in your machine, the screen of your machine, is nothing but the broadcaster is broadcasting. So when you say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you will find yourself in connection with your Lord of the world, according to your understanding. Nothing. You are just communicating. Let it manifest itself, nothing more. Let it be acknowledged by yourself. It's nothing more. It's very simple, but we don't really see what the Prophet is teaching. So we maybe hear this hadith saying the virtue of reciting the Fatiha in the prayer. So, but it is an analysis of what is going on when we perform worship. What's going on? God is responding in reality. I think I'm responding to him, but in fact he's responding. Because this half is working together. Yeah? Okay, inshallah, we don't have much time.
And when he says, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most gracious, the most merciful, Allah says, my worshipper has extolled me, and my worshipper shall have what he has asked for.
Yeah. It means you will receive his rahmah, his mercy, his compassion. Yeah. It means you will feel that I belong to him. Yeah. My Lord my company is the owner of the universe. Yeah, I am on the payroll of this company. What bother? What worries you? At the most, even death is missing nothing. It's from you cannot die by yourself. It is created by the one who gave you the life. Why not? About anything. Just keep your mirror right to the light. Don't tilt it. You don't get anything. You say, oh, what is happening to me? Why me? What's happening to you is happening because of the whole of the owner of the universe is creating it. Mind yourself, are you really receiving the message in it or not? It means, do you get the broadcasting? As far as we are concerned, not. Whatever, even let's say the death angel comes to me and says, Ali, that's your turn, come. Oh, it is created by my creator. Huh? Okay, that's how I am made. Why panic? Why scream? Meaningless. If you panic, yeah. If you panic, it means you are contradicting your reality. Let's go. Carry on. Because he will respond. He is responding always. Yeah. If I open turn my machine on, he will manifest. Now, what I'm doing, just turning the machine on or tuning my channel, if you like, the knob, using the knob in the right way.
And when he says, Maliki Yawmiddin, the only owner of the day of recompense, Allah says, my worshipper has glorified me. This is for me, and this verse is between me and my worshipper in two halves.
Now, two of them, because if I say that you are the owner of the day of reckoning, or everything is judged according to your will, it means really, but we have to study that. It is problematic. It is a problem in the Muslim, Muslim community. Malik Yawmiddin goes to the hereafter, but not here. Yeah, so we have to bring it here. That's another subject, but not today. But we can later on. So If I say that the judgment has been done according to your will, so if I am aware of it, so whatever is judged according to his will, and his will is my will. It must be my will. If I don't will what he wills, contradiction. It means I don't get the communication. I don't get the correspondence or broadcasting. So I am depriving myself of the message from my creator. Yeah?
And when he says, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, you alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help, he says, this is between me and my worshiper, and my worshiper shall have what he has asked for.
Yeah. But what are we asking here? I am saying that you alone I worship. Yeah? Okay. It means I am totally submitting my existence to him. So as if I am a drop, no, it's the wrong metaphor, but I am a drop, I fall into the ocean. What happens? I belong to the ocean, finish. Yeah, but did I lose myself? No. I own the ocean now. It means I belong to the creator of the whole universe. So my existence doesn't belong to me, which is very fragile, very transient, and no power to create, no power to preserve, no power to sustain. Of course, I am always attention. What will happen to me? What's happening now? Because I'm seeing the world from my own perspective, and depending or making it dependent on my own capacity. My capacity has no power whatsoever to protect, to create, to preserve, to maintain, nothing. So I am always hesitant, so irritated because of the fragility of my existence. Irritated. I have no confidence. If I submit myself to my creator and my existence belongs to him, he will do what he wants, because the one who gave me my existence, then I'm comfortable, because whatever he does, I don't see that any sign that this creator is crazy. This creator is doing something wrong. Look at the universe. Look at the universe. Look at the universe. Everything is meaningful, adjusted, or on a purpose. Yes, there are galaxies dying. Yeah, there's purpose. There's a plan demonstrating that, look, they cannot sustain their existence by themselves. You cannot sustain your existence by yourself, right? No. Even the galaxies cannot. So make me realize that I don't own my existence. I have no claim of ownership over my existence. I don't know mine. It's beautiful. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. You alone we worship, and you alone we help. It means the same extension. You carry on. This is not the subject that we are studying commentary on the first chapter, Fatiha, but understanding the gist of the prayer. What is going on when I pray? There is a correspondence. There is a correspondence between me and my Lord. Okay? We don't have that. We have only 5 minutes.
And the end of the surah is for my worshipper. And when he says, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين, guide us to the straight way, the way of those whom you have bestowed your grace, not the ways of those who have earned your repelling, nor of those who have gone astray. He says, this is for my worshipper, and my worshipper shall have what he has asked for.
Yeah. It means he will be guided. But because automatically, if you attribute your being to the creator of the universe, automatically you feel covered. I belong to him. Yeah. My being doesn't belong to me. I'm not going to operate on my being. It's not me. His. So submit yourself to him automatically. As you ask the please guide me to the straight path, it means you are asking his help. In the fact that you are asking his help, answer is automatically within it. Because that is the realization that I belong to him. It's so simple. Okay, but we have to see the last piece. Yeah.
And my worshiper shall have what he has asked for. That's the last piece.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
good.
no.
And more. Oh, there is.
No. There is not in this section. Maybe I have to go to Muwatta section. And yeah. It is it, this one. My worshiper here, what he has asked for, and at the end of it, it is for my worshiper, and guide us straight. And my worshiper shall have what he has asked for. Yeah, that's correct. So I need to understand something. Okay, I think it summarizes what we have studied today. Only one point. Prayer means acknowledging my own reality, and this reality nothing but as God created. Nothing more, nothing less. And from my side to him, from his side to me, is his will, his choice, his order, his plan, his creation. So when we pray, we shouldn't think that we are doing something extra, and I don't know what else. We will expect something in return. Nothing. Just be yourself. I'm just being a human being when I pray. My reality is this, nothing more, nothing. It means really perfectly being consistent within yourself. Consistent within yourself. No contradiction. If we don't pray, of course, we lose it. This opportunity. We start looking for other ways of trying to satisfy ourselves. I don't know, concentrating on backing something like that. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have to stop now, the time is up. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر السورة.